Greetings to all. I am Dr. Ashok Kumar Katta, Department MBA Vistas, Subject Operations Management, Program MBA, Semester 2. Today, the topic for the presentation is on list of key activities involved directly, indirectly in logistics management. Here there is a formal definition which is given by CLM, Council of Logistics Management. According to them, what is logistics management? Logistics is that a part of supply chain process that plans, implement and control efficient, effective forward to reverse flow and storage of goods, services and related information between point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet customer requirements. Now, by seeing this definition, we can understood supply chain management is a broader thing. Under that, one of the important component is a logistics management. Moreover, the logistics management was very clearly talking about point of origin to point of consumption. Now here what is meaning of point of origin? Normally all our products may be a durable, non-durable, FMCG or regular products. All these are origin from factory outlets, industries. So this logistics management, what it will do, they will tie up with the industries, manufacturing plants. They will take all the products on behalf of the industry, they will transfer to the end users. Before reaching the products to the end user, who is the last link for the distribution of the goods? That is none other than retailers. So from manufacturer to retailer, entire distribution process will be handled under the heading of logistics management. Here not only the customer orders but also that their requirements also to be considerable delivering of the companies. Nowadays customers are requesting to the companies what kind of packing you need to maintain so that the product will not be have any kind of damages. Also to be noted by the users. Here we can list out some sort of activities in logistical channel. First one, customer services. Customer services which are all talking about what is their requirement, what they are supposed to do. Based on the customer services requirement, the logistics channel need to provide by the products. Facility location decision, like what kind of situation we are established our company, what kind of facilities are available, how we need to take the collected materials from them, how effectively we need to transfer to them, also to be noted by logistics channels. Inventory management, receiving input materials, processing, storing in the right place, to divide the quantity size of production department. All these are relative duties of the inventory manager when they are storing by the products at their department. Order management, based on the demand, based on the requirements of the internal departmental level heads, whatever they needed, all these things are to be coordinated with the help of by the logistics. Because here the purchase department will be giving the orders to the various suppliers, but ultimately the help of the logistics only, all these things are entering into the organizations. Procurement, from a supplier to in company. Here supplier will be bringing the input material and carry forward to the companies for their regular production. Transportation management, this is one of the important component. The entire process which is basically depending on the effective supply chain, how you are managing at the company. When you have n number of services in your logistics, relatively the buyers will be choosing the best one for delivering of it. Demand forecasting. Demand is all the time for products, services. Being a logistics manager, you should have a proper assumption that what is the demand for the products, what could be the prices are raising, what best we can do, also to be noted by logistics managers, and relatively there will be some kind of changes of the fair price. You can see the best example like transportation services, example like a red bus. Monday to Friday they will maintain one kind of tariff of their bus services. When it comes to the Friday night or the Saturday night, the tariff is going to be vary. Because people are working in multiple locations, during the Friday night or Saturday night they would like to go for the hometowns. So relatively the Friday night to the Sunday night, the tariff which is going to be differ because of the demand forecasting. More demand for the seats. Relatively companies will be set up by all those things. Materials handling, packing, reverse logistics, warehouse management, all these are directly, indirectly, it will be affect about your logistical process. The responsibilities of logistics manager. Here we have as a specialist, we have a generalist. Now in the generalist we can find out to understand the functional relationship. Being a logistics manager, he need to provide the basic services for each and every users or the required service required people or by the industry. Here which is related to the logistics to the firm operations, supplier, customers, all these are directly, indirectly, they are the service getting from your logistics only. So being a logistics manager, what best you can provide to them, you can do it and provide for them. Controls large expenditure. Being a logistics manager, when the vehicle was moving some long distances, you need to be have an awareness of that where we can minimize by the cost or by the expenditure. For example, the vehicle was moving from Chennai to Chhattisgarh. So when Chennai to Chhattisgarh, when the vehicle was moving, being a logistics manager, you should know how many kilometers was the distance, in which state you will be getting low cost of fuel. So for 600 kilometers, 700 kilometers, you can fill the tank. Once you reach a particular destiny where you will find that the oil prices are very low, you can take with full tank. So because of the transportation, by knowing about logistics managers and all these things, their expenditures also able to control it off. A special list. Here the special list is completely talking about to the industry like freight rates, warehouse layouts, inventory analysis, production, purchasing, transportation related laws and regulations also to be known by the logistics manager. Because you are handling with the huge quantity of materials which is required for the industry, so you should be cautious. The tariff rate, what you are providing to them, what is the layout structure, so what is the material value also to be known by the logistics manager. Relatively, he will be decide that should I take any kind of insurance policy. If in case any problem comes, we can manage it up by an insurance company. The products which are all moving through the shipping, through marine. So when the goods were traveling, move on by ship, if in case suddenly tsunami or some kind of natural calamities will be taking place. Being a logistics manager, what is your duty? You should have to take insurance policy because this is not the road transportation. Road transportation means even the goods are fall down, we can rearrange it, we can reach the destination. But in the marine transportation is not like that. Once the goods are fall, that's it. We cannot able to recover. So the kind of transportation you should know, and relatively you have to be knowing about by the law and regulations on it. Here logistics management will talk about step by step. First, we need to know the weightage of the product, which means what is the product where we are going to get the product. Only one product we are going to get are the multiple varieties. If it is multiple variety, we need to be assorting. When you assorting, you will be come to know that what you need to keep it first, what you need to be keep it in the last. Here also we are going to capturing about the audience attention. Relatively we are going to be assorting. Addresses. Here the audience also they should knowing about by the addresses of where we are going to get. The companies are also they were saying that this is the address, this is the date we need to deliver by the product. Nowadays the Amazon also will be having huge database about most of the countries. So ultimately what happened with the help of this database, they may start direct manufacturing. They may go with direct launching of, or they may recommend the many companies are also to change their business model. This is the product will have a greatest demand in the particular your location. So all these are directly, indirectly will be influencing your product as well as your delivery system also. Here the entire process, the shipment or the delivery or the terms and conditions, all these are step by step to be studied by the logistics managers. The role of logistics. Material sourcing, like the material involved more than finding the lowest cost supplier for a raw material used in manufacturing. Logistics includes calculating, managing, contributing the factors and costs such as backorder delays, competitor priority, ranking and lockouts, add-on services cost. We need to be talk about the exchange price fees, increase shipment cost due to distance or regulatory environmentals. All these are comes under the role of logistics. They need to be monitoring it, all these things. The entire process which is called it in a simple strategic sourcing method. By this only they will be plan it. Transportation. At the core logistics all the time talking about the point of origin to point of consume. The point A to point B. Here we can see an example. First, a company need to select the best mode of shipment, maybe air or land. As an example, the best carrier based on the cost, speed and distance, including optimizing the route that require a multiple carriers. In the case of the global shipment, the shipper need all the time to need up some kind of customs tariff. This is also directly, indirectly will be influencing on your transportation managers to maintain the documentation and track the shipmentations. Order fulfillment. To complete a transaction item compulsory, we need to pick up the warehouses for the customer order, properly packed and labeled to the shipment to the customers. These are all like the sources of incoming goods and where we are sourcing it and how we are going to shipping with the help of by the roadway transportation or cargo or whatever it is. We need to be informing to them and we need to following by these are the steps so that people will come to know about receiving and processing phenomena. The warehousing, where we can able to keep all the products in one place based on the demand, based on the orders, they can able to deliver it with the help of by the warehousing facilities. Sometimes they will have their own facilities of warehousing, or sometimes they may depending on by the somebody else like a private ventures. They will also have their own warehouses. You can keep your products by the temporarily. When there is a demand comes or more demand of those things, relatively these people will be transferring it off. These are the typical things. We are the people to provide the best services. Ultimately what happen, your perishable products will not be have any kind of damages. Demand forecasting. Here the warehouses maintenance or the logistics also, they will be maintained by the all the time to right time to delivering of the products. Sometimes they may deliver materials with the paid up capitals, or the warehouses struggles about the sales. Based on that also they will be providing by their best. Logistics is all the time an important link to provide the facilities of moving of the goods or suppliers manufacturers from one to another. Thank you.